We have two special guests here, and I'm real proud to have you guys. We're going to talk a little Manchester Hawks football with, I would like to say, the surprise football team of not only the county, but the short conference. And I'm saying that with a lot of respect. You guys are 2-0, a first year head football coach. And Josh, you are making some noise out there with your play on and off the field. I'm real proud of you. So let me introduce you, Coach Tommy Farrell, right in the middle.
Thank you.
And over to the left is Josh Love. Guys, thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us, Coach.
Anytime.
Let's get right into it because there's a lot to talk about in a 10-15 minute segment. You guys had two impressive games on the road. I was there at Lakewood. I wanted to see Coach Farrell. I've known Coach Farrell for a long time and have a lot of respect for him and his family. And being there on the first game on the sidelines was something special. I saw a lot of excitement on the field, a lot of love, a lot of passion, a lot of true stuff going on in the field. And I loved, Coach, the first play call. You went for it all. That says a lot. And we'll talk about that in a second. 43-26, and Josh, you stole the game with your play. You just wouldn't let go, and you weren't coming off that field with a loss. And then the second game, you played Tom Driver East on the road. Tom Driver. I mean, Tom Driver is like the mecca of Ocean County, and you went in there and stole one from him. 21-13, another impressive game. Two games on the road. It's been a great ride for you two the last 2 weeks, huh?
Yeah, thank you, Coach. It's a pleasure having my coach here with me. He's the best coach I had in my high school career, so I just follow his path, and we win.
Very nice. Coach, before we talk about those games, I'm all about first impressions. And I want to hear the first time you met the football team. And then I want to hear, Josh, what was your impression of Coach the first time you met the head football coach? So, Coach, how was your first time you met the team? What was your impression of the team?
Yeah, first time I met the team was in the auditorium. I think it was the day after I got board approved at the end of April, early May. I was all fired up. Happy to meet them. Being in that big auditorium in Manchester, we had over 100 kids there. And being at small schools, in my past coaching career, I was in my glory to have over 100 kids show up.
Awesome.
We're down to 75, 80 now, but just great men. Not only great football players, as you can see with their performance the last couple of weeks, but just they're great kids, man. They make me. I wake up before my alarm. I'm happy to go to work and see them in the hallways. And then, when they know when 2:30 comes and we're out on the field, it's time to get to work and the fun's over. It's not fun playing football, but they know it's time to work. And that's what they've been doing day in and day out, and they've been buying in. And the first impression was awesome. But you know what? Now we're going on to week 3, and I wouldn't want to be, leading a bunch of men than any others than these guys. So I'm just happy to be with them and just honored to be their coach. Happy to be a small part of their high school career.
What were the nerves like you had on the first time you got it? I mean, listen, there's nothing wrong with saying that because I know you're a perfectionist and you want to make that first impression. How nervous were you? It was like Christmas, wasn't it?
Coach, to be honest, I wasn't nervous, I think, until running out against Lakewood. I didn't really feel it in the scrimmages too much. I didn't really feel it in practice. I knew this was what I was meant to do. I knew this is where I was meant to be, but running out against Lakewood, I think it kind of hit me in that moment. But then once the whistle blows, you're kind of on autopilot a little bit. So I felt it for a little bit, but I have a great assistant. I have a great assistant staff, great support staff behind me. And we wouldn't be 2-0 without my assistants and without kids like Josh on the team.
I want to talk to the star to the left. That's you, Josh, in case you don't realize that. Josh, tell me, what was your first impression? All right. Now, it's a tough transition for high school athletes to wake up and not have a head coach in place. And now the coach was just named. You knew nothing about him. He walked into the auditorium. Tell me what you guys were thinking.
We first seen him. It was like you said in the auditorium. I don't know. We just looked like he was young. He was our age, so like it was like a better vibe because we could actually talk to him instead of like a coach older than us. So then we just kept meeting him a few times and talking to him, and like the relationship came on as you guys. My bad, that's the washer. The relationship came on as we kept like coming together and meeting each other.
Yeah, that's nice. It's good chemistry you guys got, which is very obvious in the first two games that you had. But there's more to football than just Friday nights. It really is. And coach, you're all about family. I know your family. And I think the most nervous person on that football field at the Lakewood game was your father, because I was next to him.
Yeah, I mean, if you told me that, I wouldn't have guessed it. I've never seen him like that before. I think it's because he has no control over the game, and I like that a little bit. I like that he has no control, and I think that's what drives him a little bit crazy. But when he was a head coach, and now that he's a superintendent, you'll never see his nerves. He's very calm, cool, and collected at his job and when he was a head coach, but I think that he has no control over the outcome of the game, and he's just a bystander. I think that irks him just a little bit.
Nice. Well, I appreciate you guys opening up to me about your day one experience. A lot has happened since the first time you guys met to where you are right now. Where you are, you're 2-0. You're 2-0. You are what your record is, regardless of what it is. This is the best start since 2017 at Manchester. I know a lot about Manchester. You got a lot of great things that happen. Every week now that you keep winning, you're building up higher expectations from outside. All right. So now you are playing a huge game. You guys set it up against Matawan. Matawan comes in as I would like to say this, coach, as the favorite of the Liberty.
Absolutely.
A traditional football program with some outstanding athletes. Very impressive win last week against Jackson Liberty, and played a tough Raritan team right to the end. You come in 2-0, undefeated like them in the division. Now tell me what the atmosphere is like in the Manchester community. I know the answer, but I want everybody else to hear it. In the school, outside the community, and what do you think it's going to be like Friday night?
Coach, I'm going to let Josh answer this question because with 2 away scrimmages and 2 away games, I don't know what it's like. I was assistant at Shore last year. I know the Hawks Nest is always something to be proud of, but Josh knows more than me what it's like for a home football game on Friday night. So, Josh,
let's hear it, Josh.
The game is really going to be loud, a lot of people there, a lot of excitement, but us players, we focus more on the game, so we just take it day by day, practice, and we're not really worried about the fans. We're worried about winning the game.
That's a great answer. It really is. Now tell me the truth. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding, Josh. Listen, that's right. You're going to focus on the game, but the atmosphere for us reporters who are going to be at the games and all that, it's going to be electrifying because Manchester's not used to being 2-0 and playing a big game early in the season. But you guys deserve it. You guys deserve the spotlight. You really do. Now let's talk to you, Coach. How do you keep your team focused from now? Okay, we're 2-0. Now we got to focus and get to 3-0 doing XYZ because it's tough because they're not used to doing it.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, Coach. I believe I'm a big 24-hour rule guy. So we watched the film against East on Saturday morning. Once we were done with the film on Saturday morning, we were on to Matawan. I was already making the scouting report before they came in Saturday morning on Matawan.
Good.
Good. Matawan's a great team. Like I said, we're focused on Matawan. Coach Graver is doing great things over there. They played Raritan very tight week 1. And they beat Jackson Liberty week 2. They got a very special kid at quarterback. They got really good skill guys, and they got a nice stud left tackle there as well. We're focused on Matawan. It's a great division matchup. But the message has always been, even after we beat Lakewood 1-0, you are who you are next week. The past is the past. You can't control what happened. These kids deserve to be 2-0. They deserve to get this recognition that they necessarily haven't gotten in recent years. But the goal is still in front of us. A division championship, a winning record, and a playoff berth. But we're taking that 1 week at a time, and we're not letting. I call them winning hangovers, right? You saw with the Los Angeles Rams week 1, they celebrated their Super Bowl, and then they lose to the Buffalo Bills. So I don't want to have a winning hangover with Lakewood and Toms River East, especially for our home opener on Friday night. So we're laser focused on Matawan right now, just taking it week by week.
I'm a Jet fan. I wouldn't know what a winning hangover is. We never win. We never win, Josh. But Josh, what coach is talking about, I know he's doing that with you guys. But listen, you deserve nights like this. It's a special night. You want to be relevant out there in the short conference. You definitely are. You made some noise, winning your both games on the road, and now you finally get to wear the blue jerseys, right?
Yeah.
Tell me how
Yeah.
special is it to wear blue jersey at a home game at Manchester?
You just reminded me. We wear white. I like the white. I like the white more than the blue.
Well,
So
I would say so. You're 2-0 with them on.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
So, but it does feel good to wear the blue and the newer. So I don't know. It's mainly like the white. The white
Well,
makes it like
you got to start a winning streak with the blue jerseys too.
yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, that's Friday night. You still got a lot more football afterwards. Okay, what are the goals for Manchester for this season? Let me hear it, Josh. What are you for in your locker room? In the locker room, coach shuts the door. He leaves. You're in there. What are you guys talking about?
Our goals are to just come together as a team and just win to week by week, team by team.
Good.
And just
Yep.
knock teams down, make it as far as we can, work as hard as we can.
Good. And I know coach likes to talk about being family, uniting, which you do a great job, coach, on social media. I love it. I watch every one of them. And you do back up everything that you say you're going to do. That's the one thing I respect about Coach Farrell. What he says he's going to do, he does. He does. Coach, you're living a dream, aren't you?
Living the dream, coach. But we're not satisfied with being 2-0. We wouldn't be able to be 2-0 if it wasn't for players like Josh, if it wasn't for my assistants. So I want to shout out my assistant coaches. They make being a first-year head coach a little easier with the staff I have behind me, and I know Josh can attest to the staff we have. The leadership throughout our program, not just the seniors. I mean, we have a starting freshman defensive end.
Yeah.
We have a starting sophomore quarterback. We have Josh, who's a junior. And then we have kids like TZ and Eli, who are seniors. The leadership top to bottom makes my job easier. Having two former head coaches on my staff make my job easier. So it's a complete team effort, and I couldn't be more proud of these guys. Like I said, they deserve the recognition. I just don't want them to focus on the hype. I want them to focus on that.
I remember Tyrone Benjamin went to my showcase in the summertime, and we talked about what a red flag was, what did he need to improve on. I said, you need to improve on staying confident no matter if a play goes good or bad. He goes, yes, because he makes great plays, and then he would be kind of subtle and all that stuff. And what do? First play action you. I'm looking who's got the ball. Aiden Lund throws a deep ball to who? Tyrone Benjamin for a touchdown. You couldn't have a better start, Coach, in your career at Manchester.
Yeah.
Couldn't.
I mean, we're a running identity. We're a running offense. So we just, that's what we thought we could steal one there on play one, and we did. We got lucky.
Well, that's showing confidence in your team, and that says a lot. You weren't playing, real tight to the vest. You went out and said, we're going to show what we got, and it was just a great pitch and catch, a good fake, and then later on you gave the ball to this young man, and he did his job right there. But that was, Coach, from a coach to a coach. I thought that showed that we're going to let people know who we are right away, and that's a boost of confidence in your guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, we're not satisfied. There's more to come from Manchester football. So stay tuned. But we're taking it week by week.
Awesome. I want to thank you guys for spending time tonight, coming on the Shore Football Report. The first coaches and players we had on our show this year, and well deserved by you two. And we're going to be speaking about you guys, I know, a lot in the next couple of weeks, because you got a good thing going there. You really do.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Good luck to you guys on Friday. Make sure you promote this show once it goes out tomorrow morning. All right. And you got a lot of people rooting for you in Manchester and also in other towns too. You're a great success story. Keep it going.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Thanks, guys.